What's up, guys? Hope you're good. Hope you've had a good Christmas and New Year, and we are back with the Academy stuff, some tutorials. And on this one, I think this is a really important one. So I wanted to do a quick tutorial on, let's just say you're working with a vocalist, or you've been given a vocal, or you've found a vocal and you want to write a melody to it or a riff. Now, I think it's really important that the vocal, first and foremost, is the main part of the song. So you always want to kind of make sure that it flows with that. So with that said, this is a new tune which is coming out really soon with a guy called WYMZY and Britney Egbert on the vocals. So let's have a listen to a little bit of the vocal, what we've got, and see what we can do with it. So here we go.
We'll laugh when we smile, and we'll laugh when we cry, and someday we'll laugh when our time comes to die. I live for summer skies, chasing sunsets with you. I live to see your smile, light the darkest nights.
So this part is the chorus.
I live for summer skies, chasing sunsets with you.
Now, the first thing I do as soon as I hear a vocal like this, I'll be looking at the hit points of what the vocal is doing. So if we look at the vocal there, it's do 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 do. So first straight away I'll find a synth, so which is this one, which is in the free synth pack, which is on the Academy, and I'll start writing to the vocal, like just putting the hit points in, and then I'll fill it in after. So let's put the hit points in with the vocal playing. So
I live for summer skies.
So
I live for
make sure the rhythm works as well with the vocal.
I live for summer skies.
Do, 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 do.
I live for summer skies. Check. I live for summer skies, chasing sunsets with you.
Do, 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 do. Works pretty good.
I live for summer skies, chasing sunsets with you.
Okay, now we don't want that many gaps, so we'll fill this in, but you don't need to create another melody here. So we'll just keep it straight, but just keep the rhythm going.
I live for summer skies, chasing sunsets with you.
Down. And then again, let's just keep this going, but we don't want it to get boring, so we'll fill it in for now, and then we'll see what we're going to do after. So
sunsets with you. Sunsets with you. I live for summer skies, chasing sunsets with you.
Dun, dun, dun. Change that a bit.
I live for summer skies, chasing sunsets with you.
If you haven't got any vocal there, always try and keep it, because we've got the melody here. This bit is epic, and we've stayed the same as the vocal. Now, what you don't want to be doing here is starting to create something, you know, elaborate or a big melody here, because it's going to take all the attention away from this part. So keep it straight. Maybe.
I live for summer skies, chasing sunsets with you. I live for summer skies.
Sound. Let's copy that over again. Oh. And let's do the second part. copy this over again. Now with a melody, you don't want it to stay the same all the time. Like this time round, we just copied and dragged. Now it's going to get boring, so we just want to change a few little elements.
I live to see her smile.
So do. So do. Let's try that.
I live to see her smile like the dark.
Dark. And then maybe let's take this one up an octave.
I live to see her smile like the darkest nights.
There we go. And all we've done, like, I know I've done that quick, and you might be thinking, oh, you know the vocal, so you've just done it. But all I've done, literally, is just copied the vocal melody. There's nothing else to it. I've literally just copied the melody. And no matter what you do, and that's how I do vocal chops, you know, I'll look at where the vocal actually is, and I'll just put the notes where the vocal is going, but just make sure it's rhythmically correct. You know, so do 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 do, and then I'll start to, you know, create more stuff with it. So we can, you know, start chording some of these. So like,
I live for summer skies, chasing sunsets blue.
like those bits there. Let's chord these two.
I live for summer skies, chasing sunsets blue.
Let's chord these two.
I live for summer skies, chasing sunsets blue. I live to see her smile like the darkest nights.
And already prepared here are, you know, I've got tutorials on chords and all that kind of stuff, but this is the bass. So it's just F, I always forget, F, C, G, A bass. Let's put this on, which is just a normal art bass. This is actually the same sound, and we'll just see how that works.
I live for summer skies, chasing sunsets blue. I live to see her smile like the darkest nights.
And the chords, very simple. Well, they don't look that simple, but I found that's the first thing you'll ever need to do when you're doing a vocal track, is find the chords. So you find the chords, which, you know, these are the chords. The bass is just the bottom end of the chord layer. So this is just the bass, and then you work on the melody. So I probably should have said this first, but this isn't about chords and bass. This is about melody. So let's put this on. This is just a standard normal pad.
I live for summer skies, chasing sunsets blue. I live to see her smile like the darkest nights.
And that is literally it. Now, the more we layer this, the bigger it's going to get. And the best thing about this is, if you find the hit points of the vocal and write a melody like this, then you can use that at the start of the track, you know, which I'm going to play here. And then with you pulling to the start of the track, you're automatically going to be catchy, you know, straight away. And there's loads of different ways that you could do a melody, you know, but if you want something to really stand out and be super catchy, make it work with the vocal. You know, if it doesn't work solid with the vocal, then it's just going to be an average melody. Anyway, more tutorials come soon, and I hope you've digged this small little one on melodies with vocals. Take it easy, see you soon.